Good morning, dear students. I am Shadab Ahmed, and we are going to continue that chapter which I taught you, class 9th, structure of the atom. Yesterday I taught you the three subatomic particle, which one is electron, proton and neutron, and who discovered the electron, proton and neutron. I taught you already a short trick that how to learn who discovered the electron, proton and neutron. On the basis of, it is a Hindi word that is eat par nache. That's mean now I am going to recall that thing. That's mean eat par nache. The three subatomic particle of the atom is electron, proton, neutron, and E is represented the electron. Is represented the electron, and ta is represented the J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson. And next pi is represented the subatomic particle of the atom, proton. And who discovered the proton? Ra is represented the name of the scientist is Rutherford. And nache. Na is represented the neutron. Who discovered? Chadwick. Eat per nache. That means E is represented the electron, and who discovered the electron? J.J. Thomson. And pi is represented the proton. Who discovered the proton? Rutherford. And Na is represented the neutron. A neutron, who discovered the neutron? Chadwick. It is the short trick to learn who discovered the subatomic particle of the atom. That's mean electron, proton and neutron. Now we are going to know about that topic which I was stopped yesterday. Now we are going to continue that topic which I taught you yesterday, Bohr's atomic model. 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 Now we are going to know about what is Bohr said, that what the theory that Bohr is given, that he tells about the arrangement of the electron in their particular classes or subcell. Now we are going to know how the electrons are arranged in their subcell, orbit or classes. You can say anything, that there are the three names of that orbit, class and cell also. How the electrons are arranged and how many electrons are arranged in their particular classes. Now we are going to recall, because I taught already yesterday So now we are going to continue that topic, that the Bohr's atomic model, he said all the atoms is look like a sphere. All the atoms are look like a sphere. All the atoms are look like a sphere, and all the sphere have a midpoint, had a center point. In the center points there are two subatomic particles are added in the nucleus, which one first is proton and it is the positive charge, and the second is neutron, it is the not chargeable. So the two subatomic particles are present in their nucleus, and the classes of their is, and their classes, all the electrons are revolving, continuously from their nucleus, from their particular classes in the nucleus. So now we are going to know how the Bohr atomic model distribute all the electrons in their cells. We are going to know steps wise, and we are going to also know about the elements and how the elements show his positive charge and negative charge, because all the elements, we know that very properly, that all the elements, when the two elements are combined, then first elements will be a positive charge and the second is negative charge. That's on this situation the two elements will be reacted to each other, otherwise the reaction will be not possible. If the two elements become a same charges, then it's never be reacted to each other. So now we are going to know what the atomic model and what the Bohr's atomic model. He said that all the electrons, he said first that it is the nucleus, and the first class of the nucleus is said to be the K cell. It is K cell, and the second class is known as L cell, and the third of the class, from the nucleus of the third of the class, it is said to be the M cell, and the fourth of the outermost cell is known as N cell. That means the Bohr atomic model, he told all the orbits, all the cells he named. He named that's first of the cell from the nucleus is the first cell. First cell is said to be the K cell, and the second cell is said to be the L cell, and the third cell is said to be the M cell, and the fourth and last cell is to be the N cell. And how now we are going to know how the electrons are arranged in K cell, in L cell, in M cell, and in N cell. Now we are going to know how you can distribute the electrons, all the electrons, how you can distribute all the electrons in their particular classes. Then now we are going to know Bohr gives a formula to how you can arrange all the electrons in their particular classes. Now he gave a formula, and that formula was 2n square. It is the formula that when any you want to know about in which cell how many electrons are present in their particular classes, then you have to know the formula of the Bohr atomic model, and that formula was the 2n square, where n is equals to the number of cell, that how many cells are present in their atom, how many cells are present in their atom, where n is the number of cell. If we are going to talk, if I memorize you that if we take the first class is K cell. If we take the first class, the one class, then the value of the n is equals to 1. If it's put in there, then what will be the number of electron? 2 and n is 1, 1 is, it is the square, and the 2 multiply by 1, the square of the 1 is always 1, and 2 1s are 2. That's mean in the first classes of the nucleus, in the first classes of the atom, the first classes from the nucleus, the first classes, it always filled only the 2 electrons, only 2 electrons. Now second, now we are going to know about the second cell, how many electrons are filled in their second cell, and the number of cell is equals to 2. If we take the 2, that's mean the L cell. If we take L cell, the how many electrons are filled in the L cell, then n is equals to 2, and the value putting in their formula, then n is equals to 2, the square of the 2 is equals to, and 2 multiplied by the square of the 2 is equals to 4, and 4 2 ja 8. Then we know that the 8 electrons are present in the second cell. Now we are going to on the third cell. How many electrons are filled in their third cell? Now n is equals to, we take n is equals to 3, then 2 multiplied by n is equals to 3, it is the square of the 3, and the 3 square of 2 multiplied by the square of the 3 is equals to 9, and 9 to the 18. That's mean in the M classes, it is the third class of the atom. Then how many electrons are filled in their M cell? The 18 electrons are filled in their M cell, in the M cells. Now we are going to know about the fourth cell. How many electrons are filled in the fourth cell? We are going to on fourth cell. Then the value of n is equals to 4. If we take the 4, that's mean the fourth classes of the atom, the fourth class of the atom. So how many electrons are filled in the fourth classes? Then n is equals to 4, and 2 multiply, when the value of the 4 is putting in their formula, then the n is equals to 4, and the square of the 4 is equals to 4 4 just 16, and 16 to just 32. That's mean the 32 electrons are present in the outermost cell, that mean n cell. That means the Bohr atomic model says that in the first class of the nucleus is only the 2 electrons are filled in their first classes, and the second are filled by 8 electrons, and the third of the field is filling the 18 electrons, and the last of the outermost cell, the 32 electrons are filled here. Clear? Now we are going to take some examples. That's mean now we are going to move the some examples, then how you can arrange the electrons in their particular classes of the elements. We are going to know about the some elements, how the electrons are arranged, in the elements atom. Then we are going to here come and look very carefully. If we take I am going to take example that is sodium. The atomic number of the sodium is 11. If you see in your NCERT book or periodic table, you think that the sodium of the atomic number of the sodium is 11. Now we are going to distribute the electrons in their particular classes and a particular cell, a particular orbit. We are going to arrange the electrons of the elements of the atom, to arrange how the electrons are arranged in their particular classes. How many electrons? There are 11. If we are going to arrange 11 electrons in their particular classes, then we take first the formula of the Bohr atomic model, and the formula of the Bohr atomic model is 2n square. It is the Bohr atomic model. We are going to take the formula of the Bohr atomic model. Now struct a sphere, because all the atoms look like a sphere. Just have a center, and its centers is present at the neutron and proton, and proton is a positive charge, and the negative and the neutron has no charge, and all the electrons are continuously revolving the nucleus, just like a solar system. Continuously all the electrons are revolving. So now we are going to take an example of sodium. example of sodium, how many electrons? 11 electrons. That means the 11 electrons will be distributed in their particular classes. Then how it is the formula of Bohr atomic model? We are going to put the first class for the how many electrons are filled in their first classes. Then if we put a first classes, that means the 2n square where n is equals to 1. If we take a 1, that means the cell is the number of cell takes one number of cell, and then 2 multiply by n, and the square of the 1 is always 1, and the 2 1s are 2. That means in the first classes how many electrons are filled? Students, how many electrons? The 2 electrons are filled in the first class of the nucleus, and the 2 electrons are filled. First electron, the 2 electrons are filled, and now how many electrons are remained here? How many electrons? 11. Less carrying it, less of the 2, and the remaining value will be 9. Remaining value will be 9. And now we have a 9 electrons. Then how the arrange of the 9 electrons in the second class? Now we are going to that formula. 2n, the number of value, the n is equals to, now putting the value is 2, and the 2n square, the value of 2 is the square is equals to 2 multiply by the 2 square of the 2 is equals to 4, and 4 to the 8. That's mean in the second class how many electrons are filled, beta? There are 8 electrons are filled in the second class, and we have the 9 electrons. Now we are going to arrange the 8 electrons. Now 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now we are filled totally how many electrons? 2 and 8, 10 electrons. 10 electrons we filled already. How many electrons are remained, beta? How many electrons? 1 electrons are remained in 11. 1 electrons are remained, and outermost cell only. If we want to fill the outermost cell, how many electrons? There are 8 electrons in outermost cell, but we have only 1 electrons. Then outermost cell of the sodium will be the 1 electron only. It is the structure of the Bohr atomic model of the sodium. It is the example of the sodium, that how the electrons are arranged in their classes. Then the sodium is the atomic number of the sodium is 11. Then how the electrons are arranged in their classes? The first class of the nucleus is the 2 electrons are arranged, and the second of the classes is 8 electrons, and the total when we added these 2 classes, then its total will be the 10. And how many remainder? Only 1 electrons. Then the outermost cell, how many electrons will be filled? Only 1 electrons. That means this electron shows that Na is a positive, because if any atoms have outermost cell, how much electrons we have to count it? How many electrons? If any elements are 2 or 1, 2 and 3 electrons in their outermost cell, then it create the positive charge. If there are the 2 electrons, then it gain the 2 positive charge. If there are the 3 electrons in outermost cell, how many positive charge here? Then there are 3 positive charges. But the sodium, in the case of the sodium, there are only 1 electron is present in their outermost cell. So the sodium shows the 1 positive charge. Now we are going to stop today's topic, now which I taught you that Bohr atomic model. What is the model of Bohr atomic model? Which formula he given by him? So we are going to stop that topic. Thank you.